G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well. Well, this is going to be a little bit different than normal because, I'd like to say thanks to everyone for well wishes while I was ill again. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. It's just the disease. So, but to be honest with you, I've also used the time to reflect on past things that we've done, looked at, etc. And I've looked at a few things that other people are doing, and from today forward, I probably won't be doing so much overseas stuff anymore. The reason for that is because there's a lot of people already doing that, and I think that the saturation coverage is monumental. So I don't think it's relevant anymore for me to spend a lot of time that the Northern Hemisphere people could be that are doing. There's so many of them now, and they're doing an excellent job. Chris Potter, Smith the Mister, Steve Olsen, to name a few, Dill Martin. The list goes on and on and on. So I am, as of today, going to do predominantly Australian and Southern Hemisphere sites. Mainly Australia. And I'm also going to start setting up a network here in Australia for people who are following Nibiru to have somewhere to go to meet people, online, etc. Because, folks, look, as much as I've looked at and reviewed stuff in the last week, I'd encourage all of you to look at one person's stuff in particular at the moment, because it's pretty hard hitting, just for its pure content value. It's a guy called Dave Dobbs. If you haven't seen any of his work, get on there, look at the last video that he's done on Nibiru, and he's like the rest of us. He's no astronomer, he's no scientist or anything, but after watching his stuff, you try arguing with the conclusions that he's come to on his site. It's pretty relevant, because going off what Dave said or has said, based on calculations that he's done on the previous passings of Nibiru, folks, we're looking at virtually 8 weeks from today. Now, is that true? Who knows? As Steve Olsen said, the only people that know are NASA and the heads of government. They're not going to tell us. They'll tell us when they're all telling us that they're all going to go somewhere for a big secret meeting or for a big meeting of world people, and then they're just going to disappear. That's my opinion. Or they're, I've spoken to many people about this. I got into this because I started looking at financial stuff. I have been for years. Like, I'm a economic hack. I love economics, and I've been following the economies of the world for a long time. And I got into this because I started wondering. One thing led to another, and I just couldn't stop thinking how people could get this so wrong. The economies of the world, how could seemingly smart, intelligent people get things so wrong? Well, at the end of the day, you realise that they're doing it on purpose. There's a reason why they're doing this. And look, the economies of the world are on their last legs. You don't have to be Einstein. If you're not actually understanding that at the moment, then I would suggest that you really need to start watching what's going on. We're one sleep away from waking up to pandemonium, financial Armageddon, seriously. And I believe that they are seriously going to do that. It's just, we're just going to wake up one morning and it's all over. And all hell's going to start breaking loose. Do they care? No, but I think they're going to try and keep it going for another 4 weeks. That'll bring us to May. Do they really care if Nibiru is coming in, say, the 8th of June, July? No. They'll go in their bunkers and they won't care about us one iota. It'll be free for all. So my main point today is main points of today is that you all need to start preparing. You all need to start getting your sense of Nibiru community going. And what I mean by that is, if you're living in Australia or New South Wales or Queensland, or you now need to be thinking about where you're going to end up and what you're going to be doing. And you need to start preparing. Is your car ready? Is your food ready? Is your water ready? Are you, the people in your family ready? Are you taking just yourself, or are you leaving everyone else behind? What are you doing, And that's the same with America. As of today, or, not because I'm telling you, but you need to really start thinking about those things as well. Am I ready? Are you ready personally, spiritually, mentally, and physically? If you're not, you've got about 6 weeks between now and going somewhere. Pretty heavy things to think about, aren't they? But I'll tell you what I've learned over the last 2 weeks of not posting is that you're not going to find the answer looking at this square box. And that was reinforced by looking at Dave Dobbs's video. Yeah, sure, you get information, but does it make you ready? Nope. What makes you ready? And that's you personally, in collusion with others. And if you think you're going to be some macho or some heroine, going to do this on your own, well, go down to the t-shirt shop and get a t-shirt screen printed with a big bullseye on it, because that's all you're going to do for yourself. So you need to have community, and you need to have a sense of community, and you need to be able to rely on that community. And you need to start now, not yesterday, but today. Like I said, I'm going to start doing just predominantly Australian stuff. I will very, very rarely be going on all Skycams anymore. The reason for that is that I honestly believe they're heavily manipulated now. To the point where it's just ridiculous. You can't, it's becoming increasingly obvious that we can't rely on them. There's lots of reasons for that. They've been good up until now, but the mere fact that everyone's struggling to see anything on them now tells you that they're actually manipulated. Because I can walk outside my door or find pictures on the net that tell me that there is a big problem where it's not being transposed on these anymore. So I'd start thinking outside the box. Okay, I'm running out of time, so I'll probably have to post a second one of these. Right, I'll stop it there, and God bless. Speak to you in a minute. G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well. Well, this is going to be a little bit different than normal because, I'd like to say thanks to everyone for well wishes while I was ill again. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. It's just the disease. So, but to be honest with you, I've also used the time to reflect on past things that we've done, looked at, etc. And I've looked at a few things that other people are doing, and from today forward, I probably won't be doing so much overseas stuff anymore. The reason for that is because there's a lot of people already doing that, and I think that the saturation coverage is monumental. So I don't think it's relevant anymore for me to spend a lot of time that the Northern Hemisphere